Welcome to Conversations with Coffee, where Kent and Liz offer stories, info, and tips about how to have a great Comic-Con. So grab a drink and listen in on our conversation.
Hello, good day.
You're
Welcome to
talking right to the
Conversations.
music. You're like, you just don't
Oh.
even want to wait, Elizabeth. You're just like,
I can't
let's
hear-
get to
no,
this. Like, our
I
fans
can't
are
hear
like,
the music.
oh my God, you couldn't hear the music?
I could not hear the
Oh,
music.
okay. Well, then there was some music. You were talking right through it. That's okay.
Could you hear me, or was I just yakking with my
Yes.
lips flapping?
Yeah. Well, it's a British thing, you know.
Anywho, welcome to Conversations with Coffee, where we talk about cons, our experiences, tips, just stuff about cons, because we love cons. We work for cons, we attend cons. Just, yes, Conversations with Coffee. So welcome. I am British Liz.
I'm Kent.
Or he is Kent.
The American coffee drinker. That's what we do. She drinks tea. I drink coffee.
Oh, yes,
and
I
we have
do.
conversations about what we do. And, it's working Comic-Cons, attending conventions, and all around behind the scenes stuff. So, yeah. Welcome.
And
I'm super excited to be talking with you, Liz. You had a very busy weekend. I actually did not have a Comic-Con this weekend, so I actually had it off. So I cut my grass.
Yeah. Oh, I pay a guy.
Oh, there you go.
I was in Missouri.
Oh, yeah?
Cape Girardeau, which is a couple of hours south of St. Louis.
Yeah, I've done that one.
A great little con.
Yeah.
I was helping out one of the actors from Death Note, the English dub of the Japanese anime.
It's an anime.
Brian Drummond. He plays this scary looking dude and called Ryuk. And I'm thinking, maybe I'll watch that show. I don't know. But we had a great weekend. It was really fun. And it's funny, it's a small con. It didn't feel super busy, but we did great and just had a wonderful time. The crew is fantastic. And I learned, and I'm looking forward to this since we're going to get to that subject next. In November, they have their main Comic-Con, CapeCon.
Okay.
And they have, 6 different actors from the Clone Wars.
Okay.
Including Ashley Eckstein and Matt Lanter, James Arnold Taylor. Oh man, I've forgotten the others, but there's a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
But
so if you like
bonus,
Clone Wars, that would be the event to attend, is go to Cape Girardeau in the fall.
Yeah,
you can
November.
Google Cape Girardeau.
Yeah, it's called CapeCon by Cape Events.
Yep. When is it?
November 6th to 8.
Yeah, it's usually, I always remember it bumps into with Rhode Island Comic-Con. Like you got the mega one in Rhode Island. And then you got Cape events and stuff like that. But so a lot of the Clone Wars people.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
So wonderful collection of people coming. But they have a special guest.
No way.
Yeah, all the way from the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, a while ago. David Eckstein.
Okay, that's Ashley's husband.
Who is Ashley's husband?
Yeah.
Who is at these events? He's usually behind her table helping,
watching it. Major League Baseball games. Every time I've seen him,
does he? That's
he sits there with his cell phone and he's like watching. Like he switches games too, because he'll be watching one and then I watched him swipe and then he's got another game on another channel and he just sits there behind Ashley watching baseball. And sometimes the fans will notice it's David Eckstein behind Ashley because they're at a Comic-Con, so they're looking for the comic person, and then all of a sudden they see him sitting there like, oh my gosh, like, because they're also a sports fan. So
I think it's hilarious that he's going to have his own table and be doing his own autographs. I think that's hysterical. And of course, the St. Louis area
Yeah,
He's going to
big.
have a million built-in fans right there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you don't know who David Eckstein is, he's a 2006 World Series MVP and two-time champion. Obviously, he's retired from the Major League Baseball. I think he retired in 2010, but played for the Padres. I came from California, so we used to watch him play and stuff. But went to St. Louis. Got his championships and stuff like that. But just all around nice guy. Ashley needs him. He jumps and goes and gets it. You probably will see him on any of her Instagram videos or any of the videos she does. Her camera guy is her husband.
As
I actually asked her that. I was like, "You don't film all these things by yourself because you'd be like doing a selfie mode all the time." She goes, "Nope, I use David. He's my cameraman."
It's so funny. And I heard last year sometime that, turnabout's fair play. When he is making an appearance, she's the one out there taking pictures. And,
Yeah.
and I think it's absolutely lovely. Absolutely
It's a good
wonderful.
balance for them. They've been married a long time, and yeah, it's a good balance because when there's sporting events, he's the limelight and he's out there, and everybody's to see them. And then some of them are comic fans, and then they see Ashley like, "Oh my gosh, you're here too!" Like, but most of the time at the sporting events, it's David, and they're there to get that, and she's doing all the video and stuff. So it's a good duo. I mean, it's a good balance for them, and it works, and they've been doing it for a long time.
And I don't know if everyone out there knows what the Clone Wars is.
You
It
don't
was
know
one
the
of the
Clone Wars?
well, they might not. I don't
Oh, okay.
know.
Oh,
It
ooh.
was one of the first Star Wars spin-offs, an animated series set between the
Yeah, get it right,
part
Liz.
part 2 and part 3,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So it's basically the adventures of young Anakin, young Obi-Wan Kenobi, and young Ahsoka. And Ashley plays Ahsoka, and they're running around and they have all these interactions with clones, all played by D. Bradley Baker.
Yes, D. Bradley Baker. Oh my gosh.
So the funny thing is, you will know Dee from a million different shows, but Perry the Platypus and Appa from Last Airbender, my favorites. But I learned just this weekend is that there is uh, uh, what's the word? A list, like a top 10 list of
Uh-huh.
how many roles an actor has performed, and D is at the very top of the list with 1,000 and something characters.
Seriously.
Yeah, but half of them are bloody clones, aren't they? It's the same character. They just got, clone 1, clone Rex, clone this, clone that. I thought that was hilarious. uh,
Yeah,
anyway,
he does a lot of voices. I mean, he literally has a binder, and you just gotta flip through to see which
yeah.
print you want signed because he's done. I love him in Clone Wars, but I also watch Perry. Perry the Platypus and all that stuff. Um, yeah, that was just a great show.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb. I mean,
Yes. Love that
great. Oh
show.
man, I wish they had done a couple movies as well. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
they
they
did.
did. The made-for-TV ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, you see the guys that play Phineas and Ferb at
at
cons
some of the shows.
fairly
Yeah, and
often.
Olivia. Yeah,
Yeah,
Doofenshmirtz's daughter. Yes,
that's Vanessa. That's Vanessa.
that's Vanessa.
Oh, yeah, Olivia. That's her real name.
Yes.
I don't remember her last name, but
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's all
that's
good. I
funny.
mean, people listening to us are going to be like, "Who?" And then they'll Google it, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, gotcha." Again, we are on the cuff. We don't just pre-rehearse stuff or have stuff ready. We're just talking about our week because we constantly do this. And so Liz and I like to talk about it and share about our experience that week or what's coming up. And then, just, oh, well, we also should talk about, little different things that happen at the Comic Con or things that, you as a listener can use, because you only go to 1 or 2 or 3 a year, where we're doing 20 plus a year, so that's why we are doing this, is
Yeah.
just to
So
help all those newbies out there kind of know how to work their way around a Comic Con. There's so many bells and whistles. I mean, if your very first show was like San Diego Comic Con, you would be overstimulated by how much stuff is
yes.
going on. But then if you do like a Cape Girardeau, it's a great one to start off, especially if you have kids or a family, because it's a small to medium size one, and you're not overwhelmed, and you can
And
actually get around.
it's not shoulder to shoulder pushing by people, which for a kid, for a family, that's probably scary. You'd easily lose a kid in some of those more crowded shows.
Yes, you can.
Have you ever lost a kid?
No, I have not.
Nor have I.
Yeah. So, we were talking right before we started this, and there was a couple of things that you wanted to bring up for the listeners. And one of them was just, being at the con, having con etiquette. A lot of times people get upset or pushy or things like that, and they've got to understand this show is run by volunteers, and these volunteers are there, a day or 2 days, 3 days, and stuff like that. They might be getting paid, they might not. They do it once a year for this show. So, go ahead, Liz, and let me. Am I right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I personally prefer to use the term crew because they are sometimes paid. I mean, minimum wage, like peanuts, but maybe enough to cover your food or something. But they are appearing out of love for cons. That's what I did. I was like, oh, you can volunteer? This is such a fun place to be. So I volunteered and I started running lines and, whatever you end up doing. But, you might get 10 minutes, 30 minutes of training, and then you're released on the public. You may never been in the building before. And, I'm horrible at getting lost in buildings.
where's the
So
ATM?
where's the ATM? Where are the bathrooms? So I don't know. I've never been there before.
Yeah.
You can't say that. You have to find
That way.
out. And yeah.
It's either that
And
way or this way.
yeah, just keep going until you hit a wall and then
Turn left or right.
yeah. So I would just urge you to be gentle with crew members. Ask questions because they do know quite a lot. They just might not know the minutiae of what you're after. So, I say always check with a volunteer that you're in the right place. Am I lining up in the correct line? Because sometimes that's not always the line it appears to be. Just, be polite. These guys have been on their feet all day. Sometimes they get breaks. The cons are quite
Just
good
enough
about.
time to change their socks.
Yeah, very funny.
That's from a previous podcast we just did.
I always found that I never did take a break. There just was too much to do. So, you're just basically standing all day, and you may or may not get lunch, and you're working very hard. And if somebody comes up to you and chews you out, it's hard. It's hard to take that. So I would say, be polite. And in fact, and I have to say that most people are so polite, so patient, so sweet. They're just wonderful and so grateful for any help you can give them. And that's great. And I love that. And in fact, I would even say, if you could find it in your heart, maybe give them a little something. Give them a little bag of candy.
Whoa.
Just
wow. This is coming from a nurturing mother over here. Like, you need to pamper them. Why don't you just give them a shoulder massage while you're standing there?
Oh, well, that might get creepy. Actually, no, it depends what they look like. Okay.
Well, there you go.
No, I mean, I was doing lines once and somebody gave me, I was in Texas, somebody gave me just a little cheesy Texas necklace. You know, she'd probably ordered 100 of them
Sure.
and she just was handing them out. It meant the world to me. It was so sweet and
Okay.
so generous.
Just come by my table. You'll just get some little glass ducks or something like that.
And even that, people do that. They hand out stickers, you know, and just to give something to a crew member.
You know, the big thing is
Yeah.
right now, I was just at a Comic-Con and they kind of stole it from Dragon Con, was the ribbons.
Ribbons.
It was Lexington Comic-Con. They had ribbons at the tables for the crew to give away while people were standing in line for autographs. And so they had different ones for the different celebrities. And they
With the celebrity name?
didn't have the celebrity. It just had something to do with the celebrity. So like I was with Tommy Chong and he's like,
did they have a joint?
No, they didn't have a joint, but you know, one of his things is where's David, you know? So it had some reference about David in there and stuff like that. But you know, just you know, like I think Christopher Lloyd was like you know, little car, the car from Back to the Future. So there was just little funny puns, but they had borrowed that idea from Dragon Con because if you go to Dragon Con, people are handing out ribbons all over the time, and it doesn't cost that much. I mean, it's maybe $20 to make 200 or 300 of them, but if you think ahead of time,
I made some.
Oh, you
I
made
have
some,
some.
right? There, yeah. I was actually, I attempt to make some for the talent that I'm with, especially at Dragon Con, because like I was with Mike Coulter, who's Luke Cage, and so you know I was trying to get them done, but it was last minute, didn't happen. But this year I'll be prepared. So anyways, you know, if you create that and you know you're walking around and you hand that to somebody, people love getting the ribbons because they stick it onto their badge, and then it's a conversation piece. And they're like, "Where'd you get that?" Or, "Oh, what does that mean?" Or you know, little things like that. So you know, you as a listener can make up ribbons that go onto the bottom of the badge. I wish I had a badge with one on it, but yeah, I'm like scrambling, looking around. They're all downstairs. But, you know,
and
you
mine are all
can
in my office because
there you
my
go.
computer
Yeah,
stopped
your
working.
background's
So.
kinda changed this weekend, but,
Yes,
yeah.
this is the grown-up room.
But, you know, I mean, most people are very nice and courteous and stuff like that, but getting upset doesn't help the crew. It just, you know, makes it harder to figure out how to help you. And I know there are situations like you've got 4 screaming kids, you're trying to get to the panel and, you know, things like that. They all wanna help you out. They wanna make sure that you have a good time. And again, um, flies are more attracted to honey than vinegar. So, be the honey.
That's
You never heard
that's
that?
clever.
Uh,
I yeah, but not in that context.
okay, well, there you go. Now you've heard it in my context.
All righty.
Yeah, well, you know, things are always sweeter with honey than vinegar. So, be the honey.
And just be aware, not just that they may not know things, but they may also have old information.
Well,
Somebody may have said, "Oh, well, you need to head over there at 10:00," but it's been changed to 12, and they don't know. So, be patient, forgiving, get second opinions, find out who the leads are. Sometimes leads wear different colored shirts. So anyway, so just be gentle with your crew members because they're trying and they're doing it because they are basically you who then went a step further to actually join up and make the con work.
yeah.
So then another point of etiquette is photographs. Most places will have signs in the celebrity area saying no photographs. And the reason for that is because the celebrities charge a fee to get photographs taken with you, or for you to get your photograph taken.
You know, that brings up a subject just on photos alone. When you're at the table, just because a celebrity's there doesn't mean you can pull out your phone and take a photo. Or when you're there, just because you bought an autograph doesn't mean you can be taking a picture of them signing it. Just a heads up and a warning, it's always best practice to ask the assistant or the person next to the talent, is it okay to take a photo of them signing this? Because some of them are okay with it and some of them don't want that. So it's better to ask the person that's doing the transactions, making sure you get the autograph and stuff. Ask them, is it okay to take a photo? We encourage that. I love it when people ask me, hey, can I do that? Versus just all of a sudden they've paid me for the autograph and I've gotten their name on it and everything. And I give it to the celebrity and they already got their phone out and they're trying to take a video or a picture. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like cosplay, consent. You don't just
Yes.
assume, touch, do things like that. Everything is consent. So if you want to have the right etiquette, like we were just talking about, it's best to ask the handler, the agent, whoever's with the talent, is it okay if I do XYZ? And we'll say yes or no, or yeah, I'll let it go this time. But that will go a lot further than you just doing it and then we yell at you.
Definitely.
And especially, I understand this is the first time you've met a celebrity or seen one and stuff like that, and you're across the hall trying to take a zoomed up picture is not going to turn out very good, and then two, now you're being the paparazzi, and the celebrities get so much from the paparazzi already. Don't be the paparazzi, especially if you see signs around the con that says no photos. Just abide by that. Like,
Yeah, and then you've
you know
got
what? You're
people
never gonna
holding.
look at that photo anyhow. I mean, you're gonna take it that one time, and then 2 years later in your Google, it's gonna say, "Hey, 2 years ago, you took this photo." You'll be like, "Oh, yeah, it didn't look so good."
Well, and then
Like,
you have people that are holding their phone like this. I'm
I
FaceTiming my
hate that.
mother. I'm
Yeah, let me see your
FaceTiming my
mother.
mother.
Yeah, yeah, like, why are you FaceTiming your mother at a Comic Con? Well, she couldn't make it. Well, you know what? Then you enjoy the moment, and then you can share it with your mother. You know, I always like the ones that
Yeah,
hold their
so
phone up like this. You're like, "Are you video recording?" "No." Then put your phone in your pocket." "No." "Then let me see your phone." "No." Then you're recording. Like like, again, video recording, it's all consent, You wouldn't like
yeah.
it if somebody did it to you without your knowledge, so just ask. That's the best thing. Be polite.
And then
Take care.
sometimes I have had actors say, yeah, it's okay if you take a picture of me signing, not a video, and you shouldn't be in it. But
Yes.
if you want to take one of me signing. So it just depends on the actor,
Yep. And I get
what
it.
their preference is.
Some people want a picture of them signing it because that's the authentication of it's a validity that yes, they did sign this. It's real. They got the autograph. So I understand that, but again, then they try to lean in and hey, they did no,
Yeah.
that's not a
Or
selfie.
or a parent sneaking a video, and it's like of their child
I know
being
we're sounding like we're mean, but guys, this is just the stuff. Like if you were in our shoes or you were the talent, you wouldn't want people doing this to you. So,
yeah,
again,
yeah. Because it's a little bit disrespectful,
kind of
but
creepy.
also, well, yeah, but also when they're there, like we have discussed before, I mean, they're there to meet fans, but also it is income for them. And you sneak a picture of them, that's $60 or $80 that they don't have because you essentially cheated them out of it. Now, this is not being, I'm not meaning to be negative, but just as a way so that folks out there can understand, yeah, where people are coming from. The reason why there are signs up is to respect the actor, and so that the actor can, make the living that they are there to, support themselves.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've all seen it. I stand there and I can catch somebody, halfway across the room trying to take a picture. Like, we've been doing this long enough. We know what to look for. We see the signs, um, and stuff. And again, if you were at a table and you were eating some food, you wouldn't want people taking a picture of you eating the food. So, come on, guys. Common knowledge.
Well, I was speaking to a handler friend of mine.
You were
Um,
not.
no,
You
I
have a
wasn't.
handler friend? What is
I
a
was
handler
texting.
friend? Okay, you were
I was
texting. Okay.
texting.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
what
true.
they say.
And they said that could I pass on one piece of a request? She said that when the actor is not at their table, they are heading to something.
Sure.
They're essentially off duty. And she thought maybe not being stopped while they were on their way somewhere, not being photographed while they were on their way somewhere might be less stressful for that actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
so when
you're
they leave the
hurrying
table, they're
somewhere.
they're going somewhere. They need to use the restroom, they need to go to the green room, they got photo shoots, they got a panel, they've got to get somewhere. And a lot of times people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's so and so," and Sam Jones or Jeff Ward or whoever it is, like, and then they try, "Oh, can I get a pit?" Guys, they're walking somewhere. Let them walk where they got to go. You just saw them. You might have bumped into them or whatever. Great, you just had an experience that most people don't get. Just let them go to where they need to be. Don't stop them. They won't do the photo right there on the floor because they're doing it at their table or they have a photo ops that you can buy. So they're there for business. This is their business when they're not doing shows or at the studio. This is how they make a living. So again, I've had people do that. And of course, then this is where me and Liz have to step in and say, sorry, we got to get so and so. And then you get pissed at us because we just dissed you. And it's not really us dishing you. It's just they need to be somewhere and it's our job to stop people from doing that. So don't be that person.
But is it perfectly okay to do that in a restaurant when they're eating dinner, Kent?
Not when they're eating dinner. I mean, like, if you see them walking down the street and you catch up to them, that's a different thing, but if they're eating, let them enjoy their I mean, how many people want to be stopped while they're eating dinner from random strangers? I don't. I wanna eat my food in peace
I was
or
just
talk with
thinking
my
back
friends.
to a couple of years ago when you were at a con and you were invited to dinner with two celebrities, but you were kind of the bouncer.
Yep. Yeah, because people kept coming up, and I'm like, "Guys, they are having a conversation, they wanna eat their food, let them do this in peace." After we're done dinner, if you wanna stick around outside, you might be able to catch them, but let them eat in peace, like, you know? And I get it because sometimes we have dinners with them because 'cause we're working with them or we're around them. We wanna eat dinner in peace. I don't want 20,000,000 people coming up to the table. It is what
Like,
and again, we're just sharing this information, not to
yeah,
be
yeah,
mean, but to think before you act. It might be the first
yeah.
time you see, a celebrity, and I get it. It's cool. But then you also gotta understand they need to eat, they need to get somewhere, they need to do this. They're not being mean. Just like at the airports, they get bombarded by people at the airports all the time for autographs and things like that. They got to get their luggage. They got to, from the luggage, they want to get to their Uber or their car
Uh-huh.
or whatever. They don't want to stop and just got off the plane and jet lagged. They don't want to sign stuff like that. Like, that's not cool. They actually, I will tell you 100% hate that.
Interesting. Because
Yes.
I know lots of people do see them at the airport. I know, like, Danny Trejo is like, hey, yeah, selfie, yeah, you're all of this. I've never experienced that. Nobody's ever said, oh, come and do a selfie at the airport. But I think some of them are more cool with it than others. Oh, none of them are cool with it? Ken, what are you saying?
No, like most of the celebrities I work with are like, if you get a signed pop or an autograph, you're lucky because they really don't want to do that. They want to just get to where they're going.
Wow.
Yeah,
People bring pops to the airport?
They hate the airport paparazzi. They hate it with a passion.
So even if it's just little old Joe attendee?
No, Joe
not
attendee doesn't know that they're on that plane. Somebody at the airport reported to one of their friends, hey, so-and-so's on this flight getting off at this time. You should meet him at the exit. And so that's where those
But, I mean,
paparazzi airport people are.
oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah,
so I
and
didn't
they
realize it
hate
was
that.
that. But if it is somebody that happens to be not on the
Well,
same flight necessarily.
if you're in the
but
terminal,
yeah,
if you're in the terminal and you happen to see them, they'll do a selfie or they'll oblige to it, but they still want to be left alone. But if
Yeah.
you're coming out of the terminal when you're exiting the
people are
plane,
waiting?
they're waiting. Yes, with cameras. You see it, the paparazzi are there taking photos of them getting off the airplanes and getting their luggage and stuff like that. And then they want 20 autographs and stuff like that. They hate that.
Oh my goodness!
That's why at Dragon
When I've been
Con,
on- when
the
I've been on a
celebrities.
when I've been on a flight, I look like a flippin'
Yeah, but nobody wants your autograph. But, that's why, like, at Dragon Con, when we have our celebrities, we go get them. We go get our celebrities and bring them back to the hotel because
Do you
there
put
will
a
be people.
coat over their head?
I've only had to do that with 2 people.
You really have?
Yeah, 2 people.
Wow.
Most of them try to, cover up glasses, hats, disguise themselves and stuff like that. You can still tell it's them, but they hate that stuff. And, then there's me at the airport waiting with them. And then I'm the one like, no, you're not getting an autograph. Sorry. It's not going to
My
happen.
goodness.
And waiting in the lobby of a hotel, don't do that either.
Oh, yeah.
Do not do that. Oh my gosh. You want to piss off this person? Whew. Especially if I'm with them. Oh, I will let them go to the elevator and then you got to deal with somebody like me up in your face.
You're such a big meanie.
That's what I get paid for, is to be such the big meanie.
See, I have a hard time being mean.
Yeah, sorry. I see it.
I mean, if I'm mean, it's to you. But
all right. Well, on a lighter note, these cons, go 2-3 days and stuff like that. And, we were talking about Sunday, which is perfect. Because what were you saying about Sundays?
Oh, my tip of the day.
Yeah. You have a tip of the day.
Tip of the day. Is because things are winding down on Sunday, especially Sunday afternoon. A lot of the celebrity guests will have left by, say, 2-3 o'clock. And vendors might well be looking to get rid of extra product and might give you specials like buy one, get one, that kind of thing. So I would recommend, if you're going to be doing shopping, like maybe not pops, but for art and maybe comics, toys, that kind of thing, I would wait until late Sunday afternoon and then do your serious shopping. Even the mystery boxes, sometimes those go on sale.
Unless you need one that is going to go and sell out like that. If they're not going to, then wait till Sunday, because a lot of times those vendors don't want to take that stuff home.
Yeah.
And I was going to say,
just if you're browsing, me, I'm an earring nut. So if I'm just yes, Spider-Man earrings right there. What? So, if you're just browsing, you're not really serious, and then suddenly sometimes someone says, well, if you buy 2, you get 2 free.
Perfect.
Well, okay then.
Gifts. Nice.
So that's just kind of another finance thing, because you're going to drop so much money. There are free things to do at cons, but you're going to spend so much money. So just an economic tip for you.
That's because Liz just likes to spend money. She's a lady. She likes to shop.
I hardly ever get on the vendor floor. I'm too busy.
You're too busy.
I'm always at the table, or going to buy my own autographs. So
that does happen.
my person says, "Okay, I'm going to take lunch for half an hour." Right, and hightail it over to Liv Tyler or something.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Not that I did that, but yes.
Speaking of Liv Tyler, there's some Comic-Cons coming up. You got one, speaking of which, Comic-Cons. I know there's some Comic-Cons this weekend. I'm going to one. I know you're going to one. What's funny is I have the T-Mobile, and they give, freebies on Tuesdays. T-Mobile Tuesdays. That's what they call it. Yeah, they do.
I don't know if I'm on T-Mobile.
T-Mobile Tuesdays, and they always give away little freebies and stuff. This week they were giving $5 tickets to go see Michael Jackson.
Get out!
Yeah.
I don't think I'm on T-Mobile.
You don't even know your carrier? You don't know your carrier?
I don't.
All right, Liz.
Yeah. That's a great chance for a tie-in. Just lost right there.
That's right. You just lost a sponsorship by T-Mobile.
So did you get the ticket?
Yeah,
did you get the tickets?
$5 tickets. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm going to go see Michael Jackson next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes out Thursday night this week, but, I'll wait till next week because I'm traveling and stuff on Friday. So next week I'll go watch Michael Jackson. I can't do that high pitch.
You said you're off to, is it El Paso this weekend?
No, South Texas, McAllen, Texas. Yeah, they have, what is it? South Texas Comic-Con. Yeah, so I'll be there with Cheech and Chong, Kevin Smith, Jay Muse, some of the Jay and Silent Bob, and they've got all kinds of different people. I mean, Lou Ferrigno, who's going to be there, like Hulk Smash You. I think Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie is going to be there. She's also in one of Kevin's movies as well. So which one was it? Mallrats? Or some Clerks? She's been in so many movies.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. She lives in South Africa. So when she's over here, she does a circuit of cons, and then she flies back to South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. So she gets around while she's here because that's a long flight.
That is a crazy long flight.
Yeah, and then Giancarlo Esposito is going to be there. I love talking with him. He dresses nice. He's just
he's a classy looking dude.
Yeah. But he's been in Star Wars and Breaking Bad and one of my favorite movies.
Once Upon a Time.
One of my favorite movies is what is it? Oh my gosh, I just brain farted.
I know what you mean. Usual Suspect.
I was watching it the other day, and all of a sudden he popped on because he's the detective, and I was like, "Oh my god, is that Giancarlo Esposito?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, look how young he is!"
Yeah,
he did
with this little goatee and his little hat.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I told him, "I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you're everywhere." He's like, he's just a great actor. I mean, him and Jason Lee talk all the time because they did the Resident. Which was
Residence.
Residence, yeah. The detective one, that was funny. Jason Lee, I told Jason he needs to walk out with his hair spiked up and in a white bathrobe and be like, yeah! It was Thomas Edison's fault.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that would be
If you haven't
hilarious.
watched that, guys that are listening and ladies, go watch The Resident on Netflix. It's hilarious.
It was... Yeah, it's basically a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And no spoilers because in the first 5 seconds, Giancarlo gets murdered. Right?
That's a spoiler.
No, 5 seconds in. Anyway, so it's a murder mystery. We have to find out.
Set in the White House. Murdered. Oh my gosh. Now you ruin the
It's
movie.
not really a
Now
spoiler.
they don't even watch it, but it's on Netflix. No sponsorship there either.
No. No, it's terrific. Great mystery, funny, great characters.
Yeah.
And it was set in the White House.
Yeah.
So you get all this, you find out about the White House, all these beautiful rooms and lovely.
Awesome. Where you at? You got a local con too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm one, it's near St. Louis and very small con in its second year, very comic based.
Okay.
So they have a handful of celebrity guests, including Kimberly Brooks, who I'm going to be with. She's done a ton of voice stuff. So that's my weekend. And then in May coming up, I've got 2.
I didn't ask about May. I didn't ask about May. I'm just asking about
saying
now.
Anyway.
You're trying to jump ahead, and then now our listeners are going to be like, "Oh, tell me about Tidewater." No, that's another episode. Like, you will have to come back and listen to us. So follow, subscribe, do that typical stuff that everybody tells you to do. As Liz rolls her eyes, if you're not watching the video, because she's rolling her eyes at me.
And also, do write to us
Write
on
to
the
you?
socials. Yes.
What do you want them to write? Like, I don't want your autograph, or like get a job, or be nicer at the Comic Cons to us attendees, or
don't be such a meanie.
Well, there you go. Don't be a meanie.
No, I was going to say, if you've got things you want us to cover, questions, anything like that.
Yeah, if you guys got questions, or we made an error in the show, please point it out. Just do it. Point it out. Tell Liz what she's doing wrong. Like, I do it all the time, so you can do it too.
Such a rat bag.
I am. But
anyway,
I'm a guy, so there's always going to be some issue with me or something wrong. So I just accept that already. And, if people want to point it out, that's okay. I accept it.
But anyway, so conswithcoffee@gmail.com. And then the socials, what are those, Kent? I can't never remember.
Well, we got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Again, just look for Conversations with Coffee and you will find us. We're here. Just make a comment. We'll reply. Give us some ideas of what you would like to hear or what you're curious about. Because I know that when people come up to the table, they'll ask me questions like, "Hey, this is my first time. What about this?" And then I'm like, "Hey, that's a great question." And now I'm starting to write those questions down because we're doing this podcast and I want other listeners to know. Because, if I share it now, then other people know ahead of time, and then they have that con etiquette. They know to bring cash. They know to bring their little tote bag with all the things Liz in it. That was our previous episode. If you don't know about that, you got to listen to that one. That one, Liz has got a lot of stuff in her bag.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
We'll start calling her Liz the Bag Lady.
No, we aren't. No, we're not going to do that.
Hey, that's all right. You already have a fake British accent by one of your celebrity friends.
You put a fake.
There you go. You have a fake British tea drinker.
Oh, I'm a real British tea drinker. Look at this. Royal Albert.
No. Peter says you have you're fake Liz, or fake British Liz.
Fake British Liz.
Yeah, Peter Cabaldi. How do you say his last name?
Facinelli. Peter Facinelli from Twilight and a million other things.
Beautiful.
Yes, he's decided that I have a fake accent.
You are fake. Fake Liz. I mean, fake British Liz. Oh. Well, Liz, we are at that time. I know it's been fun.
Yes, and we've been wittering on about nothing very much.
No, you could talk about the White House for another 10 minutes, but I don't think our listeners want to hear that, so that's okay. Well, guys, I appreciate you being here, listening to us, putting up with Liz. Please comment in any of our social media. We'd love to hear from you guys. You guys are why we do this show. Until next time, really? Yeah.
Yes, and do feel free to complain about Kent as well.
Thank you.
With my blessing.
Yes. And if you see us at a show, come up, say hi. We'd love to
definitely.
know that you're one of our followers, subscribers, and stuff like that.
Hey, maybe we'll get ribbons done. We should do ribbons.
Yeah, we could do podcast ribbons like, hey, I listened to the Conversations with Coffee podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey. And then if they come up to us, they could get that ribbon like, hey, I listened to your podcast. And we'd be like, bam.
Okay, so we'll get rid of like one of them per con. That'd be great.
One per con. Yeah. One of us will get one of them gone, but yeah. Awesome. Well,
all right.
I'm super excited.
It's been great seeing you, Kent, as always.
Definitely. Always a pleasure, Liz. I look forward to next week hearing about your small town con, and I'll share about South Texas, y'all.
Is that going to be hot?
Well, it might be hot. I'll be inside, so.
That's fair.
I'll be inside in 4 walls around me, so I won't know if it's hot outside or not. So.
Well, I hope you have a great time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have an amazing day. Enjoy your week. And we will see you on our next episodes of Conversations with Coffee.
With coffee.
Bye.
Or tea.
You've been listening to Conversations with Coffee. Follow us on the socials at Cons with Coffee. And tune in next time for more conversations.